Let's see how to write assembly language code for the Cortex M3 boards. So for that one, first of all, before going through this video, download this MDK ARM product from this ARM Keel, that means the keel.com website. Just click on this MDK ARM. This is for development environment for Cortex and ARM devices. Download it and install it. After that, open this Keel software and go to project, click new microvision project. So we need to create the project first. So I'm creating my project name. Just we need to give the project name. I'm just giving project 1 and click save. So now this will ask for the device. So which device we need to write this Cortex M3, or we need to select the devices. So here I'm selecting STM32F100RB series. So for that one, just click on this ST Microelectronics and expand this, and here in this series STM32F100 series, and here RB, so STM32F100RB, then click OK. So now in the runtime environment we need to add the two things. One is go to SimSys, that is expand this and add this core, that means just check mark, okay, enable this check mark for this core, and even go to the device. Therefore the startup, okay, startup file, you just click on, that means check this mark. So for both the score as well as the startup under the SimSys as well as the device, then click OK. So here, if sometimes if you not find the project window, then just go to view and click on this project window so that this will appear. By chance if you close any of the windows like this, so no need to worry, just go to view and click on the which window you want to view. So for example project window, so that will appear here. Then we need to, okay, just check it is, so SimSys as well as the device, these two things we added, that will appear here. Now we need to create the new file. So for that one, just click on this symbol or just go to file and create new, and here we need to write our assembly code. So if you just start writing from here, you may get confused because it is just a plain text file. That's why before writing this, just save this file as the .s file. So for that one, click Ctrl S, or you can just use this mark or go to file and click save. And here, so here, okay, so this is dot, okay, so if it there is no anything extra is there, this is just a dot. So here we need to write first program dot s, remember this, first program dot s, then click save. So now we need to write some program here. So for example, here I have one small program of for multiplying of two numbers, so that I'm just copying this, click Ctrl S. Now this is saved. So now uh, so before debug this program, okay, now sometimes if we directly debug this, it will give some target not found, those errors. So for that, so before clicking these build or linking, just go to the Flash and go to configure Flash tools. So since we are not using the physical board, we just need to change our debug to the simulation. So here you see this is now Cortex debugger is there. If I not change and if I just simply click the link and okay, so I'm linking this and uh, build, okay, so this is linking now. Okay, I'm just clicking the build, and if I click the debug, then this will gives the error could not load file project1.axf flash download failed, these kinds of error it will give. So for that one, you need to go to Flash and go to configure flash tool, and here just go to debug, and here instead of this use Cortex debugger, you just need to select use simulator and click OK. So this is the one thing. And now if we just build this, and if we debug, so we will get the okay, again we are getting some another error, debugger aborted, could not load file. So this is because we not added our file to the source group. Okay, so this is the second usual error we are getting. So for that one, just go to the source group, right click on it, and click add existing file to source group 1, because we already have the file. We need to add this to our source group. If you don't have this file, you can just go to here, add new item to source group 1, then this will just open this file, and along with that it will come here. So now we need to go to add existing file, because already my first program.s is already there. So here I just need to search for that first program.s, the same file name, and click add. Okay, now if you okay, just click one times this add. Now you can see inside the source group we can see first program.s. So now if I build, and if I give the debug, then this will open the debug. But here if we start running this file, so this will open something RCC, these configurations, these things. So for that one, it will not directly take to our code. That means whatever we wrote in this code, it will not take. So it will take to some system htm32.c. So for that one, what we have to do means, so just go to the device, and okay, so this bar you just extend like this, and here there is one file, this startup.s. Here you see mdvl.s. Just double click on this, so that this file will open like this. And so from the starting, if we see this file, so here go to this line number 145. Okay, just comment this line 145 and 146 and 147. Okay, so just comment out this line. Commenting means colon. So comment these three lines, as well as come to the end of this code here. So okay, so here we will see these two lines, import this one, that means to region memory and initial stack heap. So just comment these two lines. So yes, then click Ctrl S, and now you can close this file. Now just click on this uh, build, and after that click on the debug. So now okay, so here there is no any memory location. So if you want to see the memory, go to view, and here memory window, click memory 1. Okay, I think it is there previously. Go to here, and memory window, and click memory 1. Yeah, now it is there. So here we just need to write the address. We will see that now. So for that one, this is first you just need to click this, then click this. So now you see this is took to our program what we wrote. So now this is the ldr r not comma equals to man. That means initially we loading the address, so that address will come here. To give the number for that means to store some values in the memory, just specify its memory address x2 then here it will come like this. You can just specify here anything. So for example, okay, like this. Now if I execute further, you see here 3343, that will come here 3343. So this is how we execute this program, and the same str also will going to uh, this each memory, that means so memory location. So here we see initially we gave here totally there are 8 uh, like hex, these numbers are there. That means each of 4 4 we are making like this. So 8 8 into 4, it will become 32. That's why each register is of 32 bit. That and this one is each of uh, 1 byte. Okay, so this is 1 byte, this is 1 byte. So this 4 will constitute for a 132 bit, these 4 values. So after that, here you see ldrh r2 comma hash 2. That means uh, another number to r2 specified by the address in r0 plus 2 bytes. Okay, so I'm just here taking these lower and the higher in the same these 32 bit. But for like after this, we just need to give this address plus 4 bytes. So it will come to the next. That means after 32 bit, it will come to the next 32 bit. Like that, while we are storing and all, we need to do. So here you see. So if I give some values here, 55 and 44, and if I run this, so here you see 55 and 44. That means I'm just ldrh, that means the higher after these two, so that I'm taking. And in storing, you see, so this will be stored to the next 4 bytes. So here you see the answer 3f d1 ae 0d, that means 0d ae d1 3f. So here you see 0d ae, these values. So this is how we can write the assembly code in this platform. Thank you.